Hi, everyone. This week, we're going to cover the first half of the ANOVA chapter. ANOVA stands for Analysis of Variance. ANOVA is the statistical tool that we use when we want to compare the means of more than two groups. This week, we're going to look specifically at the one-way ANOVA. Excel is capable of running a one-way ANOVA, but it's a little bit of a mess, so we're just going to look at how to do this in SPSS. Here I have a data set that probably looks a bit familiar to you. It has a variety of assessment scores on a range of 1 to 7 for student intrinsic motivation and public speaking anxiety. It also ranks students down by their rank. Looking at the variable view, we see that rank refers to their year in school. Values have been assigned according to whether a student is a first-year, sophomore, junior, or senior. We can use a one-way ANOVA to compare the means of continuous variables across categorical variables. First, let's look at the intrinsic motivation. I can go to Analyze, Compare Means, One-Way ANOVA. We'll start with intrinsic motivation. And I need to move rank down here where it says factor. The factor is the categorical variable that you want to make comparisons between. Before we go further, we need to choose a post hoc. And ANOVA will only tell you whether or not there is a statistically significant difference between groups. It will not tell you where that difference is. A post hoc analysis makes it easy to see where any differences lie. You can choose any of these, but I recommend a Tukey just because it's the easiest to interpret. I'll hit continue and OK. And here's our output. We see here that because our significance level is greater than 0.05, that no statistically significant difference was found between groups. If we had found a difference, then there would be multiple columns down here in the Tukey post hoc results. So let's run another one-way ANOVA, but this time with public speaking anxiety. Analysis, Compare Means, one-way ANOVA. I'll move intrinsic motivation back, and this time add public speaking anxiety. Because I've already opened this before, I don't actually have to add post hoc back in. SPSS remembers what I did while the program is still open. I'll hit OK. Once again, we see that there's no statistically significant difference across groups. And again, the post hoc test tells the exact same story as the p-value. Let's look back to this larger classroom data set that we've used a few times. Particularly, let's go back to that variable we've looked at on many occasions, computer-mediated immediate behaviors, and a categorical variable here about instructors' mobile phone policies. We have 4 categorical variables in which students identified whether they are allowed to call or text professors on their cell phone, call them only on their cell phone, text them only on their cell phone, or not at all contact them on their cell phone. Intuitively, it makes sense that instructors' more frequent computer-mediated cell phone behaviors with students may be the ones who are better with email. Who knows? Let's take a look. Let's go to Analyze, Compare Means, One-Way ANOVA, Computer-Mediated immediate behaviors as the dependent variable, mobile phone policy as the factor. Again, we'll use that Tukey post hoc and hit OK. And would you look at that? There is a statistically significant difference across groups. And how do we interpret this? The way you read a post hoc when it indicates that there are differences is that you identify groups whose means are reported within the same column to have no statistically significant differences. So this says that for professors who don't allow students to contact them on their cell phone, professors who allow texting only, and professors who allow calling and texting only, there's no difference in their computer-mediated immediate behaviors. Likewise, for professors who have a text-only policy, a call or text policy, or a call-only policy, there's no difference in their computer-mediated immediate behaviors. However, there's a statistically significant difference between the professors who do not allow cell phone contact and the professors who allow only calling. And the calling mean is higher than the no contact mean. So what this tells us is that there is a statistically significant difference between these groups such that professors who will allow students to call them on their cell phone as the only method of contacting them on their cell phone are ranked higher in their computer-mediated immediate behaviors than professors who do not allow students to contact them at all on their cell phones. So here's the introduction to the one-way ANOVA. Let me know if you have any questions.